Draft pick number 1. Overall, every year, the NFL draft produces hope, but some picks carry more than expectation. In 2024, the Chicago Bears didn't just draft a quarterback, they drafted a future.
With the first pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams, quarterback, Southern California.
Caleb Williams arrived in the league, labeled as the answer, a label that has broken many quarterbacks before him. This is the story of how he got here, and what happens when potential collides with pressure. Long before packed NFL stadiums, Caleb Williams was already different. At Gonzaga College High School in Washington, D.C., he wasn't the biggest quarterback on the field. He wasn't the fastest either. But when games tightened, when defenses closed in, Caleb stayed calm. Coaches noticed how he manipulated defenders with his eyes, how he bought time in collapsing pockets, how pressure seemed to slow the game down for him. Those moments, subtle, almost invisible, would later define his career.
But what you see with Caleb is a competitive excellence.
Williams committed to Oklahoma, entering a system built to develop elite quarterbacks. As a freshman, he didn't wait his turn. He forced it. The defining decision came when head coach Lincoln Riley left for USC. Williams followed. It wasn't just a transfer. It was a bet on himself. At USC, the expectations weren't manageable. They were massive. At USC, Caleb Williams didn't just improve. He exploded. Across his college career, he threw for over 10,000 passing yards, accounted for more than 120 total touchdowns, and ranked among the most efficient quarterbacks in college football. But numbers alone don't explain why scouts fell in love. It was moments like this: third and long, pocket collapsing, defender free off the edge. Williams spins out, resets his feet, and delivers a strike downfield. Again and again, he turned broken plays into touchdowns. Defenses tried everything: blitzes, disguised coverages, delayed pressure. It didn't matter.
When I started playing football, I wasn't the biggest. I'm still not one of the biggest. There's also a kind of an underdog feeling that I get from people doubting me, which I still get some doubt now, which is awesome.
In 2022, he won the Heisman Trophy, not because he played perfect football, but because he played impossible football. By draft night, the debate was over. Caleb Williams was the best quarterback prospect available. When the Bears went on the clock, they weren't choosing between players. They were choosing between timelines. Draft pick number 1, Caleb Williams. For Chicago, a franchise haunted by quarterback instability, this wasn't optimism. It was necessity. From the very first snap, the NFL tested Caleb Williams. Defenses were faster. Windows were tighter. Mistakes were punished. Statistically, his rookie season was historic. He finished the year with 3,541 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, and just 6 interceptions. The best rookie quarterback season in Chicago Bears franchise history. No Bears rookie had ever thrown for more yards. No Bears rookie had ever accounted for offense this efficiently. But the real story lived between the numbers. Mid-season, Chicago trailing in the fourth quarter. The Bears are down by multiple scores. The stadium is tense. The pocket collapses early. On third down, Williams steps up as a defender breaks free. Instead of panicking, he slides left eyes still downfield. A laser to the sideline. First down. Next, drive pressure again. He rolls right, throws across his body. Touchdown. What looked like a lost game becomes competitive. Then, late in the fourth quarter, Williams engineers a final drive. Quick completions, clock awareness, no mistakes. The touchdown puts Chicago ahead. For the first time, fans weren't just watching a quarterback. They were watching a leader. But it wasn't all success. There were games where defenses baited him. A disguised safety drops underneath a throw interception. A late read over the middle turns into a turnover. These moments weren't failures. They were lessons. and Williams absorbed them. But team success didn't come immediately. Chicago finished Caleb Williams' rookie season with a 7-10 record. Too many close games slipped away. Too many fourth quarters ended just short. This wasn't a playoff team, but it also wasn't a lost season. Because for the first time in years, the Bears weren't questioning the quarterback position. The record reflected a rebuilding roster, but the tape showed something else. A rookie quarterback who didn't break under pressure and gave Chicago belief again. In Chicago, expectations are never subtle. This city has seen talent before. What it hasn't seen is stability. The Bears weren't asking Williams to be good. They were asking him to change the franchise's direction. Year 2 wouldn't be about learning anymore. It would be about proving. Year 2 begins with results. Through the current season, the Chicago Bears hold a 9-5 record. They're winning games. They're closing tight moments. They're firmly in the playoff conversation. For the first time in years, Chicago isn't talking about potential. They're talking about progress. And at the center of it all stands Caleb Williams. In his second season, something changes. The game slows down. Williams has already thrown for over 3,100 yards, 21 touchdowns, and just 6 interceptions. But again, the numbers don't tell the full story. He's manipulating safeties with his eyes, stepping into throws instead of drifting, checking out of bad plays before pressure arrives. In one key game, Chicago faces a top-tier defense. The Bears fall behind early. Williams takes hits. The pocket collapses repeatedly. But instead of forcing throws, he takes what the defense gives. A tight window touchdown in the red zone. A third down conversion under pressure. No panic. No hero ball. Just control. The NFL never waits. While Caleb Williams is still writing his early chapters in Chicago, a new wave of quarterbacks is already approaching. And this time, it's not just about talent. It's about rivalry. Shedeur Sanders. Confident, outspoken, magnetic. Cam Ward. Explosive, aggressive, fearless. Each represents a different style of quarterback. Each presents a different challenge. These aren't just prospects. They're competitors. Recently, when asked about Shedeur Sanders, Caleb Williams didn't dismiss the comparison. He didn't downplay the rivalry. Instead, he acknowledged it. He spoke about Shedeur's confidence, his toughness, and the pressure that comes with being the face of a program and a name. That mattered, because great quarterbacks don't feel threatened. They recognize what's coming. Caleb Williams and Shedeur Sanders aren't chasing the same spotlight. They're chasing the same future. One thrives on creativity under chaos. The other embraces control, structure, and command. When these quarterbacks eventually meet, it won't be about highlights. It will be about who performs, when the margin for error disappears. And then there's Cam Ward, a quarterback who plays with urgency, who attacks defenses vertically, who doesn't hesitate. Ward represents the wild card, the disruptor, the kind of quarterback who can flip a game in minutes. If Williams represents composure, and Sanders represents confidence, Ward represents volatility. And the league always has room for that. The NFL has seen this cycle before. Peyton and Brady, Mahomes and Allen. Now, a new triangle is forming. Different paths, different styles, same destination. For Caleb Williams, the question isn't whether he belongs. He already does. The question is whether he can separate himself when the pressure is highest, when the comparisons get louder, when the league stops projecting and starts judging. Because talent gets you drafted, moments get you noticed, but rivalries define eras. Caleb Williams' story isn't finished. It's unfolding, snap by snap, drive by drive. And the difference between promise and greatness is what happens next. Inside Athlete, unseen stories of sport.